Special thanks to everyone for sharing your list of the top 20 strongest characters from Tokyo Revengers. So, in this video, I will talk about top 20 strongest characters from Tokyo Revengers. And before starting this video, let me tell you guys that this video is going to contain spoilers from Tokyo Revengers. So, at number 20, we have Payan. So, Payan or Haruki Hayashida is one of the founding members of Tokyo Manji Gang, and he was the 3rd Division captain of Tokyo Manji Gang. We only got to see him fighting when he was fighting against Asanai, and after that, he was arrested because he stabbed Asanai. And because of it, Payan was sent to the juvenile center for 1 year, and then, we didn't get to see him fighting again. I think Payan is easily stronger than guys like Kiyomasa. So, considering the fact that Payan was the captain of the 3rd Division, I think he is strong, but he didn't get enough time to show his strength and prove himself. Now moving on, at number 19, we have Nobutaka Asanai. So, Asanai was the 8th leader of Mobius. So, Asanai is a strong fighter, he was able to defeat Payan without getting injured. Asanai also had some good boxing skills, and he showed them when he was fighting against Payan. So, when he was leading Mobius, he was probably the strongest guy in Mobius. But eventually, Asanai was defeated by Mikey, and then he was stabbed by Payan. Moving on, at number 18, we have Harachiyo Sanzu. Honestly, I think this guy is strong and deserves a higher ranking. But till now, when I'm making this video, we haven't seen him in a fight where he showed his strength. So, Sanzu is actually the vice captain of the 5th Division. And he is extremely loyal to Mikey and Tomin. Yasuhiro Muto, captain of the 5th Division, was like a big brother to him, and he always followed him without any question. But when Muto betrayed Tomin, Sanzu fooled Muto, and then later he killed him. Sanzu killed the person who was like his big brother, and Muto was easily one of the strongest characters from Tokyo Revengers. But Sanzu still managed to kill him. Moving on, at number 17, we have Inupi. So, Inupi is the former 10th generation Black Dragons commander and the current vice captain of Black Dragons. He likes to fight against strong opponents, but sometimes he underestimates his opponents and gets his ass kicked. Inupi is a strong guy, and in past, he fought against several strong opponents and remained undefeated for some time. Then he was sent to Reform School, and when he came out of Reform School, he decided to revive the Black Dragons gang. He lost his fight against Taiji Shiba, so Taiji became the boss. And Inupi became a commander. Later, when Black Dragons were defeated again, Inupi decided to follow Hanagaki. Moving on, at number 16, we have Jifuyu. So, Jifuyu is the vice captain of the 1st Division of Tomin. Before he joined Tokyo Manji Gang, Jifuyu was in middle school, and there he met Baji. After meeting Baji, his life changed. Jifuyu is one of my personal favorite characters. He is a skilled fighter, and he can do anything to protect people dear to him. Jifuyu was the first person to know about Hanagaki's time-leaping ability, and whenever Hanagaki needed his help, Jifuyu always helped and protected him. Moving on, at number 15, we have Hakai. So, Hakai is the vice captain of the 2nd Division of Tomin. And Hakai is the younger brother of Taiji Shiba, who was the leader of Black Dragons. He is tall, and he has developed some strong muscles. He can knock out average delinquents in a single punch. But Hakai is scared of his older brother because he used to abuse him and his sister. Hakai and Mitsuya are also very close to each other. They are like brothers, and he loves to follow Mitsuya. Hakai is totally different from his brother, he is a chill and friendly guy. Now moving on, at number 14, we have Smiley. So, Smiley is the captain of the 4th Division, and he is strong, just like some other guys. But when he teams up with his brother, defeating them is a tough task. Before he joined Tomin, he and his younger brother Angry had their own gang known as Sugoku. And then Smiley and Angry were also known as the Twin Devils. Moving on, at number 13, we have Shujihama. I don't think I need to tell you guys about Hama. This guy enjoys fighting, even if his opponent is just kicking his ass. He wants to have fun in his life, and his fighting style is brutal. Hama was able to block Mikey's kick few times, and Hama also gave trouble to Dracon while fighting, even though he is weaker than both of them. Moving on, at number 12, we have Kanji Matchazuki. So, Machi is one of the S62 generation and one of Tenjiku's 4 heavenly kings. And that makes him one of the strongest guys in Tenjiku. This guy is bloodlusty and he is built like a gorilla. He was just a kid when he beat up a cop who was trying to stop a fight. And he was easily able to defeat both Angry and Smiley before they joined Tokyo Manji gang. Now moving on, at number 11, we have Mitsuya. So, Mitsuya is the captain of the 2nd division of Tomin. And like all other captains he is strong. And he showed his true potential when he fought against Taiji Shiba. He was facing leader of the Black Dragons, Taiji Shiba alone, and even Taiji admitted that Mitsuya is a tough guy. So, now moving on, at number 10, we have Ryuhei Hayashi. So, Ryuhei Hayashi is also known as Payan. So, he is the vice captain of the 3rd division. Payan is a short-tempered and aggressive person. Payan is strong, and even Mitsuya said that in terms of strength, Payan is even stronger than Mitsuya. And Payan gave proof of his strength in Tomin's fight against Tenjiku. In that fight, Payan faced Shion Madaram as his first opponent. Shion is one of the 4 heavenly kings of Tenjiku, and previously he was the 9th generation leader of Black Dragons. Even the leader of Tenjiku said that Shion is Tenjiku's mad dog. Everyone thought that Payan is going to be beaten brutally. But everyone was shocked when Payan knocked out Shion in a single hit. Moving on, at number 9, we have Taiji Shiba. Taiji was the 10th generation leader of the Black Dragons. And he is an extremely strong individual. He easily defeated Inupi when he was in school. And later when Hakai tried to kill him, he was facing Hakai, Mitsuya, and Jifuyu alone. Moving on, at number 8, we have Hitani Brothers. These are twin brothers, and their names are Ran Hitani and Rindo Hitani. Both of these brothers are strong, but they are strongest when they fight together. Their teamwork is amazing, and with their teamwork, they can take down opponents stronger than them. When the Hitani brothers were still at the age of 13, the leader and vice leader of Roppongi Kaigoku, which is the largest team in Tokyo at that time, decided to pick a one-on-one fight with the Hitani brothers. The event was entitled as Roppongi Battle of the Ashes. Ran, the older brother, took out the leader easily, and he immediately went after his little brother, Rindu's opponent, who was the vice leader. As Rindu was locking down the joints of the vice leader, Ran rained blows on the opponent's face. The vice leader suffered heavy injuries and he was taken to the hospital. Unfortunately, those injuries killed him. After that, the Hitani brothers ruled the entire district of Roppongi. But they eventually went into the juvenile center due to the crime they caused. And in the juvenile center, they met the rest of the S62 generation. Now moving on, at number 7, we have Yasuhiro Muto. So, Muto was the 5th division captain of Tokyo Manji gang. And this guy is extremely strong. In Tomin, his 5th division was a special division. And their work was to find traitors from their gang. But ironically he was the one who betrayed Tokyo Manji gang. He is also good at judo. And when he combined his strength with judo, he can crush his opponents easily. Once he broke the spinal cord of his opponent and gave him a lower body paralysis by throwing them on concrete. Moving on, at number 6, we have Kaisuk Baji. So, Baji was the 1st division captain of Tokyo Manji gang. And he is also a childhood friend of Mikey. Baji is physically strong, and like Mikey, he is also trained in martial arts. He was trained by Mikey's grandfather in his dojo. So, Baji is a skilled fighter, and when Tomin was fighting against Valhalla, Baji was able to defeat several opponents, even after getting stabbed. Right now, I just remembered that I forgot to include Kazutora in my list, and I'm sorry for that. So, Kazutora is also a strong fighter. But I don't think that he's on Baji's level. Personally, in terms of strength, I think Kazutora is somewhere near Mitsuya. Because in Tokyo Revengers, there are many fighters stronger than Kazutora. So, now moving on, at number 5, we have Kakichu. So, Kakichu is one of the 4 heavenly kings of Tenjiku. And he is the strongest member of Tenjiku. During the battle between Tomin and Tenjiku, Kakichu showed his true strength. Firstly he knocked out Yasuhiro Muto in a single punch, and then he took down Angry while he was in the state of mind known as the Crying Blue Ogre, which was strong enough to beat most of the other top executives of Tenjiku. After taking down Angry, he immediately rushed to Jifuyu, Inupi, and Hakai, and he took down all of them in one swing. Izana Kurakawi said that kakichu is his strongest soldier. Moving on number 4, we have Angry. So, Angry is the younger brother of Smiley, and he is the vice captain of the 4th division. So, in terms of strength, Angry is just like his brother. He is not a tall and muscular guy. He's just like a normal person. But whenever he gets seriously angry and starts crying, he turns into a completely different person. Whenever something unfair or very dangerous happens to his brother or one of his friends, he starts to cry, which puts him in a state called the crying blue ogre. And according to Smiley, this state of mind makes him 100 times stronger than Smiley himself. And this was proven in Tomin's battle against Shinjuku. In that battle, Angry and Hakai were fighting against Hitani Brothers. But in that fight, both Angry and Hakai got their bones broken. Hitani Brothers were hurting Hakai badly, and when Angry saw his condition, he started crying. And that completely changed the course of their battle. In his blue ogre form, Angry alone defeated the Hitani Brothers, Machi, and Yasuhiro Muto. So, Angry defeated the 4 Heavenly Kings easily. And remember, Angry was not in his best shape while he defeated them, because his left leg and right arm was broken. Now moving on to the top 3 strongest characters, at number 3 we have Dracon. So, Dracon is the vice captain of Tokyo Manji Gang. Dracon is a tall guy with well-built muscles, and he is incredibly strong. Dracon has defeated some of the strongest guys in this series, including Shujihama. And Dracon also defeated 100 members of the Black Dragons all alone. So, if you guys are watching Tokyo Revengers, then I don't think I need to tell you guys everything about Dracon. You just need to remember that Dracon is an amazing guy and he deserved the 3rd spot in this list. So, now moving on, at number 2, we have Izana Kurakawi. So, Kurakawi was the leader of Shinjuku. And he was the strongest fighter in Shinjuku. He is expert in fighting and he is skilled in martial arts. In the entire Tokyo Revengers series, Izana was the only guy who nearly defeated Mikey in a one-on-one fight. According to the former 5th Division captain and top executive of Shinjuku, Yasuhiro Muto. The reason why Izana is so strong is not because of his physical strength or martial arts. It's his undefeatable senses which makes him so strong. This enables him to read his opponent's moves easily and thus is able to counter them. Izana never shows mercy on anyone, he even killed his own sister just because he wanted to break Mikey. So, now moving on, at number 1, we have Mikey. So, till now Mikey is the strongest guy in Tokyo Revengers. And Mikey is able to knock out most of his opponents in a single kick. So, Mikey has never been defeated, and that's why he is also known as the Invincible Mikey. Unlike most delinquents, Mikey has actual martial arts experience that was honed into him ever since he was a child. He was also recognized as a prodigy. Due to this, his fighting sense, flexibility, and reflexes are unparalleled. So, I think that's all for this video, and if you guys enjoyed it, then you can subscribe to this channel for more videos like this.